Hi, Joe Politz here. This short video is going to show you how to upload CSV files to Google Drive in a way that you can use them in a Pyret program. So the first thing I'm going to do is, since I'm using CSV files, but I'm going to want them to be sheets, in the settings menu in Drive, I'm going to check this box that says Convert Uploaded Files to Google Docs Editor Format. It's a longer conversation if you want to upload CSV files, keep them as CSV files, and import them. In this video, what I'm focusing on is using them as Google Sheets files. So let's do a file upload. Here I have a bunch of CSV files that I've been using in an introductory course this quarter. They have data about measurements of hurricane, wind speed, and pressure, and things like that. So what I did is I just bulk selected several of them to upload. And you can see that as they come in here, they're coming in as this little green spreadsheet icon, so they're Google Docs spreadsheets. If I open them up, you can see that they've imported as this just reasonable tabular format. There's 6 columns here and a number of measurements for each one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the ID from this URL, so just the ID part, and then I'm going to open up a new editor in Pyret. And what I'm going to do is just paste that ID in as a string, and then I always forget exactly what code I need in order to import this. It's a little more than the ID. And so what I actually find useful here is if we go to the Bootstrap website and look for the data science curriculum, in Unit 4, there's a bunch of data sets, and we can just look at any starter file for these data sets to make it clear what we need. And there's some data science specific libraries. Really what we want is G Drive Sheets with load spreadsheet. So I'm actually going to grab this code, we'll move it over here, and we'll adapt it to use this sheet ID. So this load spreadsheet here, this is going to be my hurricane sheet. And then I'm going to load the spreadsheet with this sheet ID that we just saved. And then let's call this the hurricane table. And it had 6 columns. What are those 6 columns? Based on what Cindy says, date, time, lat, long, wind, pressure. So let's give them names, date, time, lat, long, wind, pressure. And we're going to do hurricane sheet by name. And then this is expected to be the name of a tab. This is called cindy.csv. So we'll do cindy.csv. And we should be able to get the rows out of this. It's important that we wrote a true here, which indicates that there's a header row. If we wrote false, the first row in the table would be interpreted as data. And so the first row is going to be that first measurement. So let's just call it first measurement. And that's going to be the hurricane table.row n. So let's run this and see what happens. Okay, so let's see what first measurement is. So first measurement is a row. The date is June 19th, time, lat, long, all that data. And we also can look at the entire table, and that's hurricane table. And now we could include more libraries, like the data science library, and use things from the data science curricula, or we could work with methods that are defined on tables. I want to make 1 or 2 points here. So I could grab this code, and if I open up an incognito window and open up a new Pyret editor, and this is an incognito window, so I'm not logged in. You can see that this says connect to Google Drive. And then we paste. Then we get an error that there's no spreadsheet found. And actually what's happening here is, since I'm not logged in, I don't have permissions to use this spreadsheet. So the way to make this available to everyone is to, in the CSV file, we want to do get shareable link. And the setting that we need to have for this is public on the web. So this needs to be available to anyone. Just making it public to anyone with the link doesn't work because of the way the Google Drive API works. It must be public on the web. So I can save that, and now this file is available for anyone. If I go back here and rerun now, you'll see that this now works. So we can see Hurricane table in this incognito window that's not logged in. This sharing option is easy to do in bulk as well. We could just go here, select all, and then do the sharing option on all of these. So that's how I would get started with uploading CSV files and loading them into Pyret. In Pyret, the load spreadsheet and load table uses here, those are both expressions. So if you needed to map over a list of sheet IDs, you could load multiple sheets if you wanted to have a list of sheets. There's lots of ways to take these things and build them up further. But this is the basics of how to get the permissions set right, how to use the sheet ID, and how to load this up. I hope that's helpful.